Emmanuel, today, your English is not. And then the good thing, Emmanuel, is we will discover.
Cheki haya wasi wakipkare mnisikize leo naenda kupiga the word alluding hapo on the air. Tuko na guest moto sana. Everybody will impress.
Uzuri kesho tutarudi hapa and then the jig will be up because tomorrow you won't read the dictionary before coming to the show. And then we'll just monitor and see if there are any new English words.
You're reading the dictionary?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Accusations. Anyway, it is 10 minutes past 8 o'clock. It's the second hour of the show. And today is one of those good days. We have a special guest coming through. She's here in the flesh. That's why Bashir is throwing out words like a leading. And, remember, we are live on YouTube now. All right. We're going to be live all the way till the top of the hour. So if you're an ex and you want to join us on YouTube, you could. The handle there is Radio Gen KE. The goodness with being on YouTube, you can just send in your message right there and it'll reach my stage, or rather my screen. And then, you can just say what you want. If you want to allude a few things, you could. Feel free, feel at home. But meanwhile, let's get into it, brother.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm going to start with this well-written introduction.
Oh, no.
So for all the people listening, please stay behind, stick with us because I'm going to be using zeitgeist in a sentence later on.
Impressive.
Yeah. So if you want to hear me putting zeitgeist in a contextual manner, alluding that I do indeed
use it daily.
Yeah. But tonight on the wind down, we are hanging out with our creative powerhouse, Abigail Arunga. She's a writer, poet, author, editor, and columnist whose words have shaped conversations on art, culture, and feminism in Kenya. She's also a publicist, MC, quizmaster, and scriptwriter, and somehow still finds time to produce with Why Do We Tell It and serve as COO of Rugano Books. Sijamaliza.
Okay, sorry.
I'm just catching my breath. You've seen her work on Cinema Focus, Debunk Media, and across Kenyan film and TV, including Pepeta, Foreplay, and Maisha Makutano. Her debut short film, Bella is Dying, maybe next week, premiered earlier this year, and she was just named Best Scriptwriter at the Women in Film Awards 2025. We'll be talking about the hustle, the art, the politics of being a woman who writes loudly, boldly, and without apology. Ladies and gentlemen, help me introduce Abigail Arunga.
Yay! Karibu sana, Abigail.
Wow.
Longest introduction in this show ever.
Your producer is great. That was a great introduction.
The intro was so long, it was showing me show more. Click here to reveal more.
Is this an official complaint?
Yeah.
Is this an official complaint?
No,
I've done too much.
Please, where do you get the time? I'm like, damn.
I don't have time. I'm tired all the time. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for making time to be here and be our guest tonight.
Man. Best script writer.
Yeah.
2025.
Do you know how long, I've been writing scripts to finally get the award for best script writer?
Oh, for real? When was the first time you wrote a script?
It took, the first time I wrote a script, I feel 2011 was the first time I wrote a script. So I've been writing scripts for 13 years.
What happened to the 2011 one?
No, I mean it was on TV.
Oh, it was on TV?
Yeah.
You started ahead. Yo.
Oh, sorry, you mean like a script that wasn't published?
No. I was just wondering what the fate of that
the first time
script.
someone paid me for a script.
Oh, it was 2011.
It was 2011.
Oh, okay.
And then it got on TV. It was a little show you might have heard about called Higher Learning. It used to be on NTV.
Called?
Higher Learning.
Oh, yeah.
Season 3. The one that had, who was in it? Nick Ndada, Charles Odame, he rest in peace.
Oh,
a bunch of people. A couple of people. That was my first show. I wrote for 13 years. How long have you guys been doing comedy?
6.
Okay. So 7 more years to go, you'll get
nomination.
So before this one, which you were paid for, how many had you written?
Oh, just like small. I wasn't really trying to be a TV writer, which is ironic because TV is my most consistent work. I wasn't really trying to write for TV. I had like plays in high school, those things, small, but it wasn't my focus. TV writing was not the plan. Writing was the plan.
All right.
Yeah.
So how did it happen? Like, how did it evolve to the point that these guys are paying you for that?
What happened was I needed to move out. Okay, so how it started was I had a blog where I used to write about my romantic trysts in uni, and I used to tag people on Twitter when Twitter was still like Twitter. Do you remember like Twitter at the beginning? I know I sound like a boomer, but like when you could just tag someone who was a celebrity and they'd reply. Do you know what I mean? So I used to tag producers for TV shows and stuff. And one day I tagged a lady who happened to be the CEO of Spielworks Media, and she was like, "Oh, you can write, so come write a TV show for me."
Okay.
So I was like, "Oh." Bet. Really wanted to move out so I could kiss my boyfriend. You know, such things, motivations, deep things. I wanted to change the industry and kiss my boyfriend. So, yeah.
So did you get to kiss him?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah.
All's well that ends well.
Yeah, I mean, have a happy ending.
And then he stole my money. But like that's,
after.
you know, there's, you know, that was that
Why?
relationship was
He stole your money. Why did you close your eyes?
Bro. What are you? Anyway, yeah.
You should never ever close your eyes initially.
I mean, it makes a good
That guy was
story.
pocketing your cash,
He
man, while your
was.
eyes are closed.
He was, but I was in love, man. Young, dumb, and full of something that rhymes with dumb.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So Higher Learning ran for how long? Like,
It had 4 seasons. I wrote on season 3. It ended about that year, and then after that we did Block D, and then after that we did we did Lies That Bind, which was a soap opera that ran for a little bit, and we did Block D, which was in Swahili, which no one to this day believes I wrote. And then we did just like shows after.
So you also wrote in Swahili?
Yes, I write in Swahili.
You write in Swahili?
Yeah.
You're fluent in Swahili?
Okay, so let me clarify something. Kiswahili is my 4th language. Okay. So the way I learned it was very like sanifu, you know, like
usiwache mpachawa kwa mswala.
Exactly. Chambilecho wahenga hawakunena patupu wala, you know, those things. Like that's how I learned it. So when I write scripts, they also have to be edited because it sounds like I'm writing a textbook. But I got an A in Swa. But like,
you got an A in Swa?
I did.
How?
A lot of tuition. I had
It was in
tuition. Wow. Is this why you brought me here? To make fun of me in this show? Wow.
No, that's amazing. Let's fast forward to this movie you've done this year. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bella is Dying maybe next week.
Woohoo!
Tell us about the movie.
So there's the collective company called DocuBox that does a lot of like documentary filmmaking. Shout out to DocuBox. And they, you know, partner with other people to get filmmakers to write movies. So they put a bunch of us in a workshop, and we were told to write scripts. At the beginning, I didn't know we were supposed to like make the movie. I thought we were just writing the script and they were paying us. So I was like, cool. So I wrote the script and they were like, okay, now direct your own movie. I've never directed a movie before. And I didn't want to do it. I was really, really panicking. And then my friend, who I've written on Pepeta with, was Damaris Arunga, who also used to be on radio, was like, when else are you going to get the opportunity to...
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you really a boomer? And so she was like, when are you ever going to get the chance to direct your own movie? Like, just do the thing. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. So I co-directed with Kaiwai Mwakaba, and yeah, wrote and directed my first short film this year. So in that workshop, there are a couple of names you might recognize, like Adele Onyango did a movie called Home. Lydia Matata did a movie called Float. Tyne Gashira did a movie called Know Thyself. It was hilarious. Know Thy Body, Know Thyself. And then I did Bella's Dying maybe next week. Yeah. And then there's 2 series coming out at some point. Yeah.
Emmanuel Kisingani, Home Ownership.
Were you in the workshop too?
Check it. How I got to do the movie Home Ownership. You know DocuBox? Yeah. So what happened was... No, but you guys will interview me when I'm ready. She could be the guest host.
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, but that's really dope. So what's the movie about? Bella is Dying. First of all, how do you first come up with the title, then the movie, or
actually
the
hate
script,
titling,
or do you script then title?
Script then title. I'm terrible at titling. I'm a poet before I'm anything else, and coming up with titles for poems is the worst thing. I struggle with titles, so usually it's a script then the title.
Okay.
It's about a young girl. She's 12 years old. She gets a pimple and she thinks she's dying. It's in the title. It sounds morbid, but it's actually, in my opinion, a funny movie, and it kind of talks about how like we don't talk to to anyone, much less our kids, about sex. And so they start thinking that they're dying or that they have super gonorrhea, the one that's going around Nairobi. Like, they don't know what's going on because we don't talk
It's
to
going
them.
where?
Super gonorrhea. You don't remember that article? Did you see that article? Super gonorrhea in Nairobi. There was a December for Sababanis. There was just some increase.
What are the symptoms?
Super.
Hayendi
Yeah.
mahali.
Si ya kawaida. Hii ni-
Dun, 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 dun. Super. Yeah.
Let's take a break over here, kidogo.
You see,
I need to check something.
everyone needs sex education.
Yeah,
You don't even know what to check for. Anyway, so it kind of addresses the fact that we need to talk about sex more, because parents are not okay talking even to each other. Parents are not okay talking to their kids. We don't have like a comprehensive framework. Even though I remember when Uhuru Kenyatta was president, there was a time that he tried to do that, but obviously all of our organized religion stuff was like, no, you're going to teach the kids to have sex. No, you're teaching them what to look out for, what to pay attention to. You're teaching them about their bodies. It should be part of biology. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that kind of translates, when you're older, because now not only do we not have experience talking about sex, we have not a ban, but like some shadow over talk about sex, which also puts a shadow over things like pleasure, because some things should be compulsory. Like, why are we discussing these things? Like, not everyone is doing it for procreation. Not everyone wants children. Not everyone even wants to have sex. Like, why aren't we talking about this? Yeah, so that's what
So it's not only for procreation?
You only have sex for procreation. Now you're making me
Sex
ask
with a
questions on life.
purpose.
You know, my parents are listening to this thing with a purpose-driven life. Like, guys,
Swap.
surely, it can't just be.
You're gonna have some swap.
So let's go populate the world.
I want some swap tonight.
You're following a commandment.
Yeah, be fruitful and multiply, and like that's great. But like, no.
So does it go deep into this, conversation?
No, it's supposed to inspire and ignite the conversation.
Okay.
It's not someone sitting there being like, anyway, sex is also for pleasure. No, because it's also a movie that's being shown around schools.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Kenya,
it's being
so
shown
it can't
around
be.
schools.
Yes, it is being shown around schools. It was shown at my alma mater last week, which was very exciting for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how's the reception in the schools? Is it a mixed bag of beans, or the teachers
So
are
far,
excited?
so good. It's early. The teachers are excited, but you'd never know. Sometimes when the people who made the thing are in the room, sometimes it changes the reviews. You know what I mean? Like, I can't talk about comedians that you just of in the presence of. So like, maybe we'll see. Let's give it a few months.
No, but the fact that it's still getting watched.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure you. How many schools have you gone to so far?
I haven't. I'm not the one personally doing it.
Yeah, I know,
It's like
but-
through an organization.
Okay.
So I don't even know how many schools it's been showing.
But
But when they went to my, they told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's only that teacher who's dressed with the counter seat from the 60s, like sweating on his nose.
Yeah. And
They cannot bring such things to display them in our school where I am here.
always,
Huh?
always.
Yeah.
There's
So the fact
always
that it's
guy.
actually even being shown, that's a good thing. That's
Yeah,
progress.
It's a lot more PG than me.
Okay.
Because it's a movie with a kid in it, so I was trying not to do the most.
So how did you achieve that? Like,
Because it's a human story, right? It's imitating, actually, just to be completely honest, it was really based on me as a kid. Completely thinking that, like, because one thing happened, that this meant that I was like,
what happened?
pregnant. Can I say this on air?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so I saw a penis and I thought I was pregnant.
Okay.
I didn't know that there's many things that have to happen between that and this for you to be pregnant. So I was like panicking, like I was like, how am I going to? I told my cousin, she laughed at me. Oh my God, she was like, what is wrong with you, child? Why are you so hyper imaginative? But also, why don't you? And she still didn't fill in the gap, right? She didn't tell me, okay, kid. She just laughed at me and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not pregnant. Cool. So, yeah, it was based on me being a stupid child, but we're all stupid children.
Yeah,
right? We all have no idea what is going on.
Yeah.
So,
There's once this show on TV. Sorry, Bashir. I've been hogging Abigail all this time.
No. I'm just waiting for the right moment to use zeitgeist. No, I haven't found an in, but immediately I do, you'll know.
Yeah. So I was watching this show when I was a kid called Professional View. So they had this guest. I think they were
what
talking
year were
about
you born?
81. Yeah, man. So
Including inflation.
hey, you guys, you're killing it today, yeah. What the heck? You wait till Saturday. Bashir is special on Saturday. Eh?
Yes, I do know
Yeah.
this.
Are you coming through?
Because I follow comedy. I'm not. Will you hold it against
Check
me?
it. Point.
Oh, relax.
Alikupiga intro moja. So
At least I've actually seen him in action. Has he seen my movie?
Hey.
No, that's not my. No, you're supposed to send us.
It's
the
true.
link,
I just
but-
didn't have a comeback. I'm sorry.
Action.
Yes, 81.
So,
yeah.
professional view, they were having a conversation around sex, and I was a kid. I think I was like maybe 6 or 7 years old. So I remember standing in the
In 88.
living room, and then I said, "Why are these people talking about sex? That is a very dirty subject."
You.
Zeki, now my sister and my bro left the room. Check them leaving the room. Check.
Wait, who say that? You say
Me?
that?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 6.
6 or 7,
yeah.
1988.
Yeah.
Were you that loud at 6 or 7?
Yeah. Okay, it felt loud from the reaction because I've never forgotten it.
Were you
Yeah.
a quiet child?
Yeah.
I was a loud child. This is why this is not surprising. Yeah.
No, I was also a quiet kid.
Oh, except for
But around the people I knew, I'd get a bit loud.
Okay.
So yeah, do you think we've improved in that regard in 2025?
I think we've improved in some ways, but I think we've improved because the next generations have forced us to talk about things that are delicate. Like this can apply to any topic. Like the way we talk about mental health now obviously is super different from how we used to. The way we talk about sex now, the way we talk about music and what qualifies as good music. You know, millennials are stuck in rhythm and branch, which I understand because I am the victim of this. In fact, I have a quiz on Friday that is focusing solely on Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, Whitney Houston, and Boyz II Men. I too am in there, but like the definitions are changing with each generation, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's going fast enough, but that's probably just because I'm impatient.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, can we talk about poetry to script writing? You guys laughing?
Sorry.
No, I just want to find out like the shift from like doing poetry and now to script writing. Like,
Oh, it
is
doesn't
there
have
like
to.
is there like a huge gap like between the two?
Absolutely, but also they can happen concurrently. Like it doesn't have to be
Okay.
you are a poet now, then you're a scriptwriter.
Yeah.
Everything I've done in that bio has probably been happening at the same time.
Concurrently.
Concurrently, you got that? You got that?
Concurrently, hey, you're killing it. Alluding,
I'm
I love
feeling
saying
pressure.
concurrent.
Now I'm feeling pressure.
Yeah.
But I've always been a poet. I've been writing poetry since I was very young. I had a lot of teenage angst.
Yeah.
And so there were a lot of things that I thought were much more dramatic than they were. So I would write poetry about it.
Yeah.
Script writing was a little bit of a shift. You know, like there's a format, like for everything. Like how you write a script is not how you write an article, is not how you write a stand-up. It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like kind of learning the ropes. I've never been to I went to school for journalism, right? But that's not the same. That's like to teach you how to write for like news and culture and stuff like that. But like I never learned how to write a script. I've never been in a class being told how to write a script. I was just sat down and said, okay, this character needs to do this. Do. You know what I mean? It was very learn on the job type situation, which I think a lot of the film industry kind of in Kenya is like that.
So when you talk about DocuBox, I think I hosted one of the short film by Judy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Judy Kivinke.
she finally did a film, I think, after 13 years.
Yeah, because she's been working really hard to help other people make
so
films.
the name was called Goat. That was the short film that went, without giving it away.
Yeah.
But it was like 30 minutes and like there's like I can't say a limit, but like you have a short time to relay a message.
Exactly.
Like how hard was that for you? Because I imagine if the movie was like an hour, like you had all this plain canvas to like, did you have to cut out parts? Like how does that go about?
So I think because I'm a poet, it's easy for me to express myself with minimal language. Brevity is the soul of wit, blah blah blah.
Yeah?
So it
Brevity is nataka kuandika hiyo
brevity a ty is the
He's gonna use it into current.
I need to come for the stand-up just in case you like utanipatia credit anyway.
What's up, girl? Did you know that brevity?
Is the and then he looks at his hand. Brevity is
damn, I'm sweating. But continue, sorry.
I love so because I'm a poet, I'm used to like compressing the things that I need to say to express as much as I need to express within a short period of time. And not that all poets can do this. Some people do like poems that are like, I mean, like the Odyssey, right, is an epic poem. It's like pages and pages long, but like I'm a very Yeah. So the first script I wrote for Bella is Dying Maybe Next Week was actually 6 pages long. So I was actually told to extend it to the 20 it became. That was not my intention.
So one page is ideally how many minutes? Or it depends
1 page, 1 minute. That's kind of the rule. So usually depending on the format you're using, some people use a format called cell text to script write. Some people use something called final draft.
Yeah.
Some people just write on a Word document and then be like, sorry, I can't find the ripped copy of this thing. So
Yeah.
it's in Word.
So you had to add in 14
I had
pages?
to add in 14 pages because they wanted like context and what is Bella's motivation, which is very important for script writing, by the way. It is. I was just like, it's a short film. So I had to actually add. I struggled with adding, not subtracting.
Is there like a minimum when you're making a short film?
So it depends on, I guess, who's producing and what you're trying to do with the short film. Sometimes, like if you're applying for film festivals, they say a short film is anything less than 20 minutes. My film is exactly 20 minutes 19 seconds, so I cannot apply for film festivals that need it. Yeah, so it depends on what you're doing with it. And but really anything shorter than like 30-40 is a short film. Anything longer than that is a feature film.
What was happening in those 19 seconds that you can't cut?
No, the guy. So now what happens was, now he had gotten a gun, right?
Yeah. I'm kidding.
You know, it's interesting you guys say what you're saying, because when I was married, you know, that kuchkaku alafu sasa yeye alikuwa anatoka 20 pages, so mimi namwambia kuchkaku tu
Unataka kuqualify for film festival?
Check it. No, this is my area. You cannot just stretch me all the way to 20 pages, Charlie. No, that's crazy. So, what was your upbringing like? Were you reading a lot as a kid?
Upbringing, yeah.
The earliest. Let's talk about the earliest first.
Sounds like a memoir. I was reading a lot because we didn't have TV. Because where I grew up, there was TV in the local language, and I didn't understand the local language, and
Swahili.
No, Amharic. I grew up in Ethiopia.
Oh, okay.
So we were learning Amharic in school, but I wasn't I wasn't fluent, and so there was nothing to do but read. So I was reading like 3 books a day. I was such a smart kid.
Who was bringing in the books?
When I would go to school, I go to the library. My mom was a teacher at the time. She would bring me books. My dad would bring me books.
All right.
My dad is a book guy.
3 books a day?
Yeah, because there was nothing else to do, my dude.
Oh, for real?
Like I was playing, and then I come back home, and then I'm looking at the 2 adults in the digs, like, okay. I was such a smart kid, you guys. Upon adulthood, 3 books a day does something. And I always say the reason I'm a writer is because of that formative time. When I was reading 3 books a day, like everything I do now is dependent on what happened then.
So if your TV it wasn't interesting?
So when I was growing up, what they used to do is like they'll play a section of like the news or the cartoons or whatever in like Oromo, for example, and then they'll do Amharinya, and then they'll do Tigrinya, and they'll just do the same programming in the different languages. So there's not really a slot for anything else. And then when I turned 11, it's like they pulled STV from here. The first time I saw like English cartoons like Godzilla. Did you watch STV TV Africa?
Yeah,
like Godzilla, Ready or Not, Generation O. Blew my mind. But fortunately at that point my mind was already pretty formed.
Your dad was a serious reader too?
Yes, yeah. I got the habit from both of them. Like my mom was an English and social studies teacher. I used to help her mark spelling tests.
Oh, wow.
For the kids. I was that kid. I really enjoyed it. To this day, I enjoy marking things, which is why I have a quiz, because then I can torture people with questions that I don't know the answers to. It's fun. Yeah.
But what's up with lunges and English, man? Like, my dad was also a major English guy.
Oh, I'm not Lunge.
You're? Okay, you're not Lunge.
Yeah.
Maybe you can leave it at that.
I'm Luo.
Oh, you're Luo.
Yeah.
No, but Luos too.
Have a thing.
Yeah, with English. And,
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I know you didn't. We said we're not discussing Raul's funeral, but
Oh my god. That was my one thing. I'm leaving.
No, at the funeral, there were these elders, like Luo elders, who have a deep Jango accent. But now when they ask a question in English, they are very fluent.
I love it.
Jackie Timango, yes. You can ask in English.
Just to reiterate.
No, what I was saying about the funeral that's going to happen shortly is we need to go through the Mtara Tara.
I love my people, man.
Yeah. So huge influence from your parents.
Yeah. Huge.
And were you doing well with the other subjects too?
Not science, which is ironic because my dad is he's a doctor, not of like medical, but he's a doctor for sciences. Doctor. For like biology and chemistry.
Okay.
Those are my worst subjects. Like I was feeling like I've never you know how I'm saying over here, I got an A in Kiswahili. There's a reason I've only specified Swahili because everything else, you guys, it was yeah.
So you in high school, did you start writing the plays?
A little, but not. It wasn't like my main focus. High school was poetry, which is why like my first 2 books are poetry, right? So the first one is poetry about love.
Books.
You got that?
Yeah. I'm just gonna slip that in.
Yeah, so the first 2 books are poetry.
The first book is called, what's the name?
Akello, my middle name. Akello. Yes.
What year did you write it?
Which boyfriend was that? Hold on. 2014. Yeah, we were about to break up. 2014. Yeah. 2014. No, I'm lying. It was earlier. Wow, I can't even remember the years. What year was I born? Okay. Yeah, it was before that. It was 4 years before that.
Are there many poems in the book? Or
yeah, so the first book, Akello, is 100. I'm lying. 81 poems in the first book. The second book is a chapbook, which is like a description of like a really short version of a book in a kind of like brochure type situation, and it's 19 poems.
And what are the poems like? Are they angry? Are they?
The first book had a little bit of anger, but it was mostly love and heartbreak. And then the second one is sex. And my parents don't know about that one, so we can stop talking about
the second. They don't know about the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, which you wrote. Which you wrote and is out there. So where are the books? If
the book.
Yeah, where's the book?
Oh, so I run a bookstore. It's called Rugana Books, which you had said in your bio. Thank you so much for such a great bio. And it only sells African books, and it's online, and you can text me, and I will get the book to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but the other books are like children's books, so there's like specific platforms. So I did like a series of books under the Lam Sisterhood with the Aga Khan Foundation to teach kids about like bravery and mystery and like fun times like that. That's on the Aga Khan Foundation website. I did a book about periods, which is also something that is under sexual education. Like, because like, how can you not want to know? Anyway, so
how can you not want to know?
Like, if you're engaging with parts of a body, right, and the things that happen to parts of a body, don't you think you need to know about that? Like how men need to start getting tested for prostate cancer at a certain age. If you haven't had like comprehensive sexual education, how do you know that? In the same way, like as a girl, like I started my period when I was 11, and I thought I was dying. So
you thought you would die next week?
Next week, man. Yeah. I really thought I was dying. My mom was like, no, you've just started your period, you're fine. Went back to reading a newspaper. I was just like, I feel like there should be more gravity, but okay. So the other book is about periods. I did it with Womankind Worldwide. It's on their website. Yeah. Well, tell me, what kind of links? Like, are you going to put my things? Like, here's where to find. So I feel like I've said a lot of information.
No, to take the links. So how about the writing for the newspaper?
When did that start? That was right after uni, so it was like 2012. I joined the Nation Media Group in 2012, and
what did you do in uni?
Journalism. I did journalism with a minor in literature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Technically integrated studies, but yeah.
All right. Basically. So you've graduated, you said
with honors. Sorry, you have to say that part.
Yeah, with honors.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
So after graduating with honors, you started writing for Nesson.
I did. At first, I was editor I was the youngest digital editor at the time.
Ngoja niongeze hiyo kwa nini.
I mean, you gotta say it, man. You know that Dettol ad? If you don't take care of yourself, who will? I gotta say little songs in Kitengela so that people can tell you, hey, no, please.
My staff can be very excited. Emmanuel huyu mwenye umeleta huyu tubaki na huyu kwa sababu huyu ako na education background. Unajua hiyo ni very important.
I'm so familiar with the script. Okay.
So, you got a job.
A Nation. I was the youngest digital editor at the time. I was This was for a magazine, called Zuka. Do you remember Zuka? So I was the online editor, and then they switched me to now being an online sub-editor for another website. So, like back in the day, like because Nation website is read by a lot of people, so it has to be manned all the time. Like there has to be someone looking at the website. So then they started this thing called night shift. Now, I went to a Kenyan boarding school. I cannot do robbing me of my sleep. I don't wake up before noon. It's a rule, except to catch a flight, not a feeling. I was like, why are you messing with my sleep though? And then the shift used to end at 7 o'clock in the morning. And it used to end at 7 o'clock in the morning. And because I grew up culturally Adventist, I wanted to go to church, right? But Friday morning at 7, if my shift ends at 7 in the morning, there's no way I'm making it to church. So I was like, actually, you're compromising my religious freedoms. I quit. Yeah.
On those grounds?
Pretty much. I was just like, first of all, you guys are lying that this website needs to be manned this much. There's no one else in the office except me. It's very creepy. Second, I can't go to church? No. And it's not like I was going to church every week. But like when you take away the choice of not going to church, I don't know.
What if they said the website needs to be womaned?
Are you an ally? Please do better. Don't use that one. That's not a word. Okay. It's gonna impress no bad.
Yeah, okay, it's a stupid joke. But I had to. I could not. I could not resist. I'm sorry, parents. I have better ones. Yeah. So you quit, and what did you get into after that?
I just became a freelancer.
Okay.
Part of my freelancing was also Nation. I would freelance for Nation. I kept writing TV shows. Did my books and stuff, published all the things at the same time, concurrently. At the same time, in parallel.
Don't paying the bills?
Yeah, they were. I mean, I feel like freelancing is so complicated. I don't know if you guys experience this in comedy, but like the self-generation, because we're at radio generation. Sorry, I apologize. I'm so sorry. I can do better. But like the self-generation, like the self-motivation, like, oh my gosh, I have to like go out and I have to like make a gig. I have to like do because the book, I mean, I wanted to share my poetry, but I only did it because I knew I was quitting my job and I was going to be broke. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, okay, I'm a writer. I'm going to do a book. Like it's like having to like think of everything for yourself, be your own marketing, your own distribution, your own accounts, because you have to go chase people from it's just like, it's a lot. Not that I want to go back to corporate, but like it's a lot. So it feels like you're constantly do you guys feel like that? Like you're constantly just like the wheel is running, but the hamster's dead.
You feel like you have to stay ahead of.
Not even ahead, just floating. I don't have to be ahead.
Just to get.
That's what I've said. You feel.
Yeah.
You're always doing mad projections. Cheki Sonta host next week on Thursday.
Yeah.
Alafu do ya kuhost.
Yeah. That's what's gonna go to Stima and Internet, which I'm gonna use to write the article about Mandamano, and then from
the sales.
Yeah.
Those once I was hosting this gig and I was being paid 3 G's.
Yeah.
But now I had some chick who was hanging out with in the audience.
Hanging out with.
So her bill was 4. Take huyu ndo analipa. Take me. Where? It put me in the red. Wait. So I left there -1 G.
Wait, how are you getting home? Because
no, as in you're not paid up on the spot,
okay.
But you've projected. I'm gonna be paid 3 ngwizis for that night. Alafu sasa huyu ametandika 4 ngwizi.
I hate that.
So ungemwambia uko na 3.
Yeah. What do you mean?
So
but you can't even cooler than 3 guys. That's rough. But I hear you.
Choose better. That's
I mean, when we talk about writing and all this, I remember I was in a discussion with some, I think, filmmakers, and even before that, writers. And there's this thing of like what is the Kenyan story? And a good example of that discussion is, I'm not even the one bringing it up. Is if you watched MTV Sugar, the new one, the new one.
Okay.
That is the one where I'm getting the context from. There are a lot of people talking about like this is not the Kenyan story. Like this is not Kenyan. It's very westernized. It's very, and we had Enos who actually was helping with the production and all that. And I asked him, and he gave a very long answer. He gave a very winding answer upon me, but do you think there's a Kenyan story? Like, is there like one size fit all of a Kenyan story?
I'm about to also give you a long answer because you're asking me about another film, something, and I'm in the
Cheki, one of the things that you have to consider when you're talking about the Kenyan story. The Kenyan story is the African story. And what happens in Africa? It was colonized by the British.
There's your answer. No, I'm kidding. But like, what is the the thing that plagues any film project, right, is authenticity. But like, who determines what that authenticity is?
The
right?
zeitgeist.
What is the zeitgeist of the moment? What is the cultural connection?
Guys, I told you, man. I've delivered. I'm
Honestly,
not
deserve
a
a
liar.
clap.
Thank you.
But like, like anything that any Kenyan filmmaker makes, there is going to be another Kenyan that does not relate to it. We are not a homogeneous
society.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't all like the same things. We don't all like doing the same things. It's the same reason why we've never been able to come up with a Kenyan national dress. Dude, we're 44 tribes. No one is going to agree on what the Kenyan national dress is. Same way we're not going to agree on what the Kenyan story is. Some of the things I write, like, people are like, where did you get that? That's not, but see, it's authentic to me because that's also my Kenyan experience, no? So how do you distill and define Atino? This one is what really shows, because even like one of the greatest movies that has ever come out of Kenya, and I know everyone only says this all the time and we're tired of talking about this movie, but it's a great movie, Nairobi Half-Life.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie, but who is relating to it, right? Are you saying that all of Kenya relates to Nairobi Half-Life? Us guys over there in Dunga Beach eating fish, like that's not a story that is familiar in the same way as it is to people who are in Nairobi. And also Nairobians think that Nairobi is Kenya.
Yeah,
we
stop
must
it.
also stop that. Yeah, speaking to myself. But yeah, so I think it's a difficult question to ask. It's too multi-layered to ask. You can't, it goes back to, I'm so sorry, it goes back to like, what is Kenyan identity? Like, what makes you Kenyan? Is it because you can speak the language? I didn't speak Kiswahili for the first 12 years of my life. Am I less Kenyan somehow? Like, is it living in Kenya? Okay, then that means that, like, what are we saying is the Kenyan identity? And how are we saying that if we don't even have what that Kenyan identity is, how can we then decide what the Kenyan story is?
So do you think about all those things when you're writing?
I do. I do.
What is usually the conclusion?
I'm going to do my best. Like, I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Like, when I did a show, there's a show at Showbox I did called Foreplay, right? It's about 4 men in Nairobi. I'm a babe. I don't know if you, like, I've noticed, I identify as a woman. So even writing that, I'm just like, how am I going to write about 4 men? I have no idea what to expect. Of course, the entire rest of the team was men. I was just like the head writer, right? So I was coordinating. But like, because of that, how am I writing? You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that about everything. Pepeta is a show about
I liked Pepeta.
You liked it? Yeah. Liked?
No, not like that. Like it was polite.
Timam.
It was on point.
No, I'm usually like that. Like that.
Okay, so this is high praise.
For me,
No, that's what we're going with.
Yeah.
So, Pepeta is about a footballer, right? Life in crime turned etc. The only football teams I've ever played in, we lost every match, right? Like, I've never played in a football team. I've never lived in Kibera. I've never, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, of course, you ask yourself if you can correctly convey the authenticity, but that's why you have things like writing rooms. That's why you do research. That's why you talk to the people who are the actual story, which was what was really cool about Pepeta, actually, because we got to talk to the guy who we were writing about. That was amazing. When you meet a gangster, it doesn't look like a gangster. It looks like a guy selling potatoes. I promise you, like, you would not be able to tell that this guy had been in gangs from the age of 12. It blows your literal mind. It was incredible, but like, it's an important part of telling the story.
Was this song part of the soundtrack of Pepeta? Ipepete.
You just wanted to be included. You saw me and Bashir having a moment. You were like, it is time to insert myself.
Your parents are really asking who I am. Check, who was the young man in spectacles? He had very interesting.
Young.
What do you mean by young? I'm young, you guys. I'm not young.
You were like 10 years old in 88. Talking about daddy.
Man. No, but that's dope stuff. How about maybe we can segue into your...
Segue.
Your what's it called? Your quiz nights.
Oh, Oh
Yeah. How long have you been doing the quiz nights?
Wow, so long. It started off as a joke in 2019, and I think the first quiz was a 90s quiz night, a 90s music quiz night, of course. It started as a joke because I know a lot of useless stuff about things that people would consider useless stuff, and then I give people an opportunity to utilize that stuff. Like, so anything that I feel like I know too much about, I generally do a quiz about. So like, I've done like a CRE quiz. I've done, Harry Potter, of course, 90s music. I've done geography. I've done an 844 quiz, which was very interesting. Stuff like that. So
how do you
I just
prep for those?
A lot of the time, so like for 90s music, either you were there or you were not. There's no music you can catch up. Oi, thank you. Guided. Respect your elders. But either you had to be there, or like for Harry Potter, for example, if I'm testing on Harry Potter, I read all the books again, right?
Okay.
Because Harry Potter people are fanatic. You cannot do a Harry Potter quiz if you're like the information isn't here, because they will contradict and question at every turn. Does
the title change the people who come through? Like if you do a Harry Potter quiz night, you get the Harry Potter people coming. Yeah, so there's specific places where I do my quizzes at Lavalate, which is on State House Road, and Ngamani Restaurant, which used to be Alan Bob's in Upper Hill. The crowd is different, but also I specifically do certain quizzes on certain places. Okay. Like there's some people who like the really hard questions. There's some people who are just like trying to have a good time and have happy hour. Yeah. And there's some topics that are going to bring out like the inside. Like I did once a quiz on English grammar. It was a full house, but it was full of people who just like are like, I've done an African literature quiz, obviously, because I run a bookstore. Like, stuff like that. So what's the format? We walk in.
You walk in, you sit down, like, your piece of paper, you pick a team name, and then I ask you 4 rounds.
You pick a team name.
You guys pick a team name.
Yeah.
Yeah, like now you guys, and it can be teams of so like romance at the top.
So the team, once they pick the name, you're divided into those teams.
No, you've already come divided. See, like if you and Bashir decide to come for quiz night on Friday at Lavalate.
This fun
this Friday. This one coming in.
Tickets available at sounds like an alcohol ad.
07. You walk in, you sit at the table, I give you the paper, you guys decide the name, you turn your phones face down, because obviously you can't Google.
There's no cheating.
No.
Except for the 844.
Did you ever cheat? Okay, well, I'll ask you that after. Yes. And then I ask you 40 questions, and then we tally them, and then you win cash.
Oh, you win cash?
Yeah. Some you win cash. Some you win cash and a booty. Some you win cash. Oh, this week we're giving away a holiday.
Oh, nice.
A holiday?
Yeah.
What's the quiz?
There's a partner that I work with called Wavu Travels. They do trips to like Asia, Europe, whatever. And they're like, we could give you a little holiday to the coast to give away. For 2.
Do they give you the holiday too?
No. Yeah. I am but a vessel, a conduit of good times.
A pipe.
What's the theme of this Fridays?
Yeah, music about when you were not alive, apparently. So Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Boyz II Men, and Mariah Carey.
When are you doing a Gengeton night?
I've done one.
You've done a Gengeton night?
I've done a Gengeton section because it was a Kenyan music quiz.
All right.
So there was a Gengeton section. I had to study for that one. That one, I confess, I had to study.
Yeah,
I'm very behind.
Yeah.
So back to this question Bashir asked about the Kenyan story. I feel like there are many Kenyan stories which have been languished by filmmakers.
Such as
E-Story and Luanda Magere.
That's not true.
Is there a movie about Luanda?
There's no movie, but there have been so many plays like to the point that
but movie and film.
So you're a
big screen, silver screen.
True. So you're a big short comedian. So you fund us, right?
But I don't know how it works. To be honest, I've thought of like when I grow up and I have $1. All right, I'm gonna
who taught you that
do a movie about Luanda Magere, or like specifically Luanda Magere, because I love epic movies. This Gladiator,
of Vikings,
Game of Thrones.
Yes.
So we have this rich history. Like in my shags, there's a place called Chetambe Fort, where the Bukusus held out against the British. Those stories. The British there's a siege out there, and then us guys are ndani ya Chetambe Fort talking deep Kibukusu. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, Nairobi.
So, but where do you start with some of these stories? Why do you think there is no film about some of this Kenyan's legendary mythology stories?
So, okay. A big problem with film is funding. For example, I wouldn't have made my film if someone had not given me the funding to do it. I would have just kept writing scripts that are commissioned, but whatever.
You're welcome.
So, thank you so much. I'm making me so great. But
I'm gonna be hooking up with some film girls.
film girls?
Do you have funding?
Give
though?
you funding for. Do you have the scripts?
You're gonna be giving away.
Film girls. Hey, wow.
So, do you, when do you want to shoot?
That doesn't sound creepy at all.
Yeah, sorry. That was a joke, sorry.
So
I withdraw.
So funding is a big issue, right, for film. It's a lot cheaper to write and stage a theater. Not a lot cheaper, but it's cheaper to write and stage a theater production. A lot of people who are commissioning you will not commission a story like that. What they want are the tried and tested formulas that have worked, like Makutano Junction, like Papa Shiranda. Like, they want things that are simple, that will make people laugh. We'll do those ones for years. Either that or the Spanish soaps, which are super cheap to buy, because the cost of 5 seasons of La Usurpadora will be the same as making one episode of a Kenyan show, even a cheap Kenyan show. You know what I mean? Like, they get it at dirt cheap. So funding is a big problem. There's lots of plays and things about Luanda Magare. I remember the first time I saw Charlie Uda was in a Luanda Magare play.
Oh, okay.
Too Early for Birds is doing a lot of really great work. Have you ever been to Too Early for Birds? Yeah. So they're doing a lot of work to bring the history to the stage. But even for them, funding is a problem. And they have sold out shows. I don't know if you've ever had Ngati on the show. You should. The first time that they started making money from a Too Early for Birds show, I think, was the 4th show in, after they had done like years and years of shows.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Even like the Tomboy edition, which they just concluded, unfortunately. Bring it back, the people. Anyway, they just concluded that, and they started, even that one, it took them a while to start making money, and it was sold out. It's one of the biggest shows, I think, that we've ever seen, but money, man.
Hold that thought. I think we're going to get back to it. We hang out with Abigail Arunga right here in studio. And I told you guys she's fire. George Raphael says, dope show Kamakawa. Elkana says, today I'm in Kite. Lovely neighborhood, loud and clear. Kwambai Collins says, great show. Geoffrey Mugaka says, meamua kutoa Bashir kwa conversation. Tulimrudisha. Ambrose Glover says, kusoma vitabu 3 kwa siku. You guy! Ambrose also says, Connie Gets alipewa ile ya Juja. I don't know what that's about. Who else is here? Locked in, ladies and gentlemen. Kite kumenyesha salams. Hey, maze Kite is killing the show. BW says Nzige 039 locked. Bashir hawezi sema loved. DJ Stitch said the same identity crisis plagues us in music. We are such a cocktail republic. BW says, can we get our opinion about copyright streaming ownership? A movie stays in a stream site for a while, then inatolewa ? He also asks what makes the soap opera that cheap compared to Kenyan scenes. We're going to answer those questions when we get back.
Good question.
We hang out with the legend in the building, Abigail
Bashir.
Arunga. We're going to be back before you can say Rumpelstiltskin.
This is Radio Generation. The drums are calling, the laughter is rising, the taste of home fills the air. The Somali Cultural and Arts Festival 2025 is here from the 28th to the 30th of November at Two Rivers Mall. Celebrate the beauty of Somali heritage through dance, food, art, storytelling, and fashion that defines identity, where the young meet the wise and the world meets Somalia. Experience 3 unforgettable days of unity, creativity, pride, food, laughter, and togetherness. For more information, call 072-654-0718 or 070-103-6434. Powered by Radio Generation, Two Rivers Mall, and Asmali Media. This is Radio Generation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Radio Generation. Your home for all the biggest hits from way back in time.
It's 9 o'clock.